All right, that's right. It's the next day. It's the next day. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay. So, okay, singing is not my thing. I know y'all didn't get on here to hear me sing. I will always lip sync for you. Yes, I will. However, singing is not what I came on here to do today. I got a little bit of a voice. Okay. Don't trip on that. Don't be hating. Don't be hating. I do got a little bit. Got a little bit. Excuse me. So the must-haves of capability, because we were talking about capability yesterday. We talking about what? Capability today. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. This is considered to be part one. Uno, baby. All right. Capability must-haves. Capability in relationship is number one. We're going to talk about that today. The following day, we're going to talk about chemistry versus capability, because everybody thinks, ooh, we got chemistry. I mean, I really like them. You know, we do this and that, the other. Ooh, that's my number one. That's my, that's my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. And then the last but not the least, signs of capability. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. So let's start off with number one, because start from the beginning. That's how we do it here. What is capability in a relationship? Yes, you know me, I got my little book here. So, capability is the way you are, that it aligns with who your partner is. That's right, the way you are and who your partner is. You and your partner. Okay. Who are you in life? Your lifestyle, your values, your goals, and even your past experiences. People don't ever talk about your past experiences, how your ex was with that person. That's horrible. Don't share that. Oh my goodness, why would you do that? That is horrible to do that. They don't need to know that. They're gonna use it against you. Really? How you gonna know if you're compatible? What if that person said that I don't mind beating? What? What if they say I don't mind cussing? What? What if they say I do not care if you are with someone on the phone, if I need your attention, I'm going to get it? What if it's disrespectful, unkind, and disloyal in a relationship? We have an open relationship. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. But no. Okay, so in my past relationship, we had that. They brought somebody. I didn't like that. I'm just saying, folks, it is important to share certain keys. I'm not saying you got to tell who you were with, who they look like, how tall they were, how it was in certain situations and scenarios. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is making sure that person aligns with you and you with them, their values, their goals, and how they communicate. And if you don't have that, you don't have nothing, you have no ground to talk about. You're all over the place. Who wants that? I mean, I don't. That's even with friendships. Don't we share a lot of friendships? Yeah, y'all might say, okay, well, that's a friendship. And I told them that, I had a friend and this is how my friend treated me. And next thing I know, you were doing the same. Well, they probably were going to do that anyway. Who cares? You care, right? You care about how you're treated, and you should care how you treat others. Otherwise, why are we in this thing called life, and why are we trying to find love any kind of way we can get it? These days, I mean, seriously, I'd had everybody ask me, are you not on the dating app? Why aren't you on the dating app? Mm, maybe I've been on it before. You don't know me like that? Get out of my business. Anyway, let's get back. All right, so that being said, past experiences may help in processing emotions and anything else that is fundamental to the way you show up. What that mean? Let me tell you. So when you are in a relationship and unfortunately something goes south or something goes wrong, let's say wrong. South doesn't necessarily mean down, but you know what I mean. It escalates. By sharing your past experience of when so and so said this to me, I went this way. Is there something wrong with that? I don't think so. That's showing your values and your principles that you don't want to be missed. That shows that you're saying to them, when I am spoken to in this regard, in this way, this is how I feel, and this is how I react. And if I ever should tell you that I am fine, I'm fine. I'm good. It's all right. Yeah. Oh, okay. This face means what? I'm upset. If I tell you, you know what, I'm not feeling like it today, I think I'm gonna go into the house. Ghosting is one thing that everybody says, oh my God, I can't believe they ghosted me. Really? What do you mean you can't believe they didn't ghosted you? You already told me that you sit up there and went out with this person, was at dinner, had a moment, then a bill came, and you said that you wanted a man to pay for everything. He tried to pay for everything, and you got upset because he asked you to pay for the tip. I'm just saying, there are some simple things that people fight about, guys. And that's not saying that you're not compatible because you have an argument or have a disagreement. But if you're saying to me, because you had this disagreement with this person, you decided that when you got to the house and they dropped you off, you did not give them a kiss goodnight. You went in the house, didn't pick up the phone for days. And then you're blaming this person because they wanted to rush into this relationship when you knew you weren't ready for it because they were already showing signs that they wanted to be somebody else, but you don't like being alone. So you sit up there and you got with them. And whose fault is that? Is it their fault? It's a good question, right? Because then it comes to the fact of, did you rush into a relationship because you felt lonely and they were giving you a certain type of attention and making you feel good about yourself? What was it exactly that they did that made you so unhappy? It's a lot to think about. That's why when it comes to compatibility, you have to try those things out before you get deeper into that relationship. And that's why we're sharing this today. So let's continue, shall we? We already 7 minutes in. Whoops, I'm slowing down. Finding someone, a partner who matches or complements you in these areas increases your chances of a good fit. So, again, you don't need to be 100% all about being compatible with this person. Not 100%. Ain't nobody perfect. 100% is perfect. Okay? It takes all these little things to become 100%. And even then, we are not perfect. Therefore, we cannot expect someone else to be perfect. And if you're already expecting that, then you need to go back and look at some other videos that I got about perfection, because this is not the one about it. This is about compatibility. This is making sure your ins, your outs, and all your minuses and pluses add up to the same thing as that person, and you're able to deal with it because you both can do that emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. All those things go into relationship. It's a lot of work. This ain't easy, people. Okay, we're gonna keep on reading. Here, hold on. So, for example, you might like to read before you go to bed, right? And this other person, or the person you with, your partner, if you will, enjoys watching TV. Now, you can find this out without being in a relationship. You can be talking on conversation, having dinner, or just kikiing when you have coffee and say, hey, how do you go to sleep at night? Do you have to have white noise? Oh, yeah, I like to have a monitor on, like, it has music in the back, like waves, ocean waves. Oh, wow, really? I've never done that before. Does that help you sleep? Because I usually have to keep the TV on. Easy things to talk about, right? What if they like having the TV on and you don't like to hear people talking? Are they willing to try it your way before you live together or spend the night over each other's house? Share your information with them, and then they're like, oh my God, I tried that same thing you sent me. This will be the next day, okay? Or maybe you gave it to them that night and let them know what you did. They come back with that and they're saying, oh my God, that was the best thing ever. I slept like a baby. I'm so happy I met you and got to hear that about what you do, because now I'm into it. Boom, boom, boom. And there may be times that they want to watch TV. You might say, hey, I don't really like to watch TV. I like to read. So if you're in there in the bedroom, I'm probably going to be, I'll put my headset on and then just read my book or listen to my audio, or maybe they'll be in the TV and watching TV in the other room. It is all about you being honest with each other, not saying, oh, I like watching TV too. And for goodness, you can never sleep with that TV on. You can be like this. Every hour you'll wake up, the TV's still on. You turn it off, they're wrestling with the pillow. So what am I saying? Don't lie. Be honest. Stay honest, guys. Research shows that couples who are compatible in major ways experience greater relational satisfaction. Compatibility is staying power. It is the glue. That's right, the glue. And you know how important glue is. Glue that keeps you and your significant other strong through all of the relationship phases. Because, as I just mentioned, I'm not saying that you're not going to have arguments and that you're not going to have those moments where you are not going to get along because they said something, you said something, and you're having some kind of day. We all have them, right? Someone pissed you off at the job, or maybe they made you mad in the car. I don't know. But either way it goes, you have to be honest with each other. You got to share with each other. You got to be open to share. You got to be vulnerable. This thing about, I'm going to stay strong and I'm going to be strong to the final end of this relationship because this is what matters. I'm here to tell you, does it really? How did it go for you? Are you still in that relationship? Are you happy? Are they happy? And if not, what do we need to change? And if you don't want to change it because you've fallen in love with them, then how can you help each other become better suited in a relationship? All right, 1111, that's my number. I appreciate every single one of you listening to me today. And guess what? Tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow. That's right, we're going to talk about number 2. Number 2 is chemistry versus compatibility. See you then. Bye. Thanks for unwinding with me. Have a great one, guys. Stay true to you.